Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Ron O'Donnell or Steven here today. We are going over some more map training as usual. So, we're back at it with this one. The next map we're going to be doing is Emerald Plains. Now, for those of you here, real quick, also while we're here, I'm just gonna really quickly just like take a pic. Yes, quit this. One sec. If I can go through all. Oh, that just doesn't have all the ranked maps. Well, guys, and of course, we get the glitch. Well, guys, hope y'all are having a beautiful, what is it, Saturday afternoon. We're back at Exemplary. Let's fucking go. After that TK incident, that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, if I go to this, I just want to take a picture of all the ranked maps for, I believe it's in, is it casual that you set this on? Yes. No. Settings, unranked. Ranked maps. I'm just going to take a picture of all the ranked maps here. And then we're going to get into, because it's hard to remember all these maps all at the top of my head. So I just have a list here of every map. And I'm going to make a quick playlist. Map training. So yeah, you guys get to witness this in real time too. Of course, I could stop the stream and go, man, I should have done this earlier, but whatever. I'm just going to really quickly change some settings so we can easily duplicate this. We'll just literally say infinite number of rounds. Just for role swap, we'll say once. We'll have it off, make my life easier. Overtime rounds off. Objective rotation parameter off. Rounds played, sure. Pick face timer, 45 seconds. We'll say 30 seconds for this. Doesn't matter about operator HP. Friendly fire damage off. This stuff doesn't matter. And then I'm just going to change these settings here because these don't matter. Right? I just want to increase the action phase and prep phase. Anyways, we're gonna test in all the maps I have not done. So Oregon's gonna be in here. Clubhouse I have not done. We have Consulate that I need to do for you guys. We need to do Bank, Canal, Chalet. Yes. Got Chalet right there. Cafe I have not done yet. We have done Border. Skyscraper I don't think is on the list anymore of ranked maps. It is on the ranked maps. I apologize. Skyscraper, duplicate. We have done Coastline. We have not done Theme Park. Villa, Fortress, Outback, Emerald Plains, and I think that is all of them. Oh, wait, sorry. Nighthaven Labs. Can I get one more? And Lair. So yeah, these are the maps. I will slowly do all of them, as you guys will see in time. We are right now going over attacking. I'll make a separate stream, pause it, and then make a separate one for defending. So we're gonna, and then, oh wait, I have to cancel this because there's no online playlist for being able to start, but that is what it is. PS4 loading times, guys. Am I right? Yeah, I know. I'll be here all day. Anyways, yeah, so anyways, this is just kind of like what I like to do for new players. This is basically stuff that you should expect to start doing when you're in those, when you have at least a 4 stack or a 5 stack and you guys work together as a team. Of course, I understand someone's going to say, Rhino, what do I do if I'm solo queuing? Well, here's the thing. Solo queuing is a completely different story. It's a lot. If you could somehow get everybody with mics to work together, then hey, awesome, amazing, cool, great. Where is EP? We're gonna start with EP though. I know a lot of people hate this map, but yeah, we're gonna switch to attacking first. We're just gonna go through attacking all of the sites, attacking how do things go and everything else, and what operators you should typically bring for each attack. So yeah, so, real quick, also, I understand a lot of people hate this map. Same with Lair, same with Nighthaven. There's people who don't like these maps. The issue is, I think you should still learn every single map in the game, because why are you choosing to ignore the basic necessities of Siege when there are maps that, like, what if they can't be banned? What if they start tossing maps? What if you have EP, Lair, Fortress, Nighthaven Labs, and Skyscraper What if you have all 5 of those maps and you're like, oh, I don't like any of these. I don't know how to play any of them. And because you're just an Oregon Jinxie player, guess what? You should still learn them. You should still understand where everything is on these maps, like I have. And guess what? You guys have a lot more resources, you newer players who are just starting out in bronze and copper. Now, yes, I understand that I am a bronze player, but I peaked gold 2. I've been playing this game for a long time. Yes, I've gotten people into those higher ranks who are just better than me because their gun skill is better. I will always say that there are people better than me because I'm not the best, but I do my best, and sometimes it's not enough. But either way, anyways, starting to attack. We're gonna start with the second floor site. I'm just gonna start off with when you're attacking second floor. Like I'm just gonna go in with sledge, and just kind of run around for you guys, and run through like what's typically you should expect to bring. But whenever I'm pushing the second floor, where it's the right by where orange, where it meets by the orange stairs. Here, I'll real quick show you. Also, default cams. First thing is default cam there. There's a default cam all the way over here. If I can aim at it with because I decided not to bring my AR and I decided to bring the shotgun because I'm stupid. And there's another camera. You can see the pole, but unless you're spawned on the other side, it's harder to hit. There we go. There's your 3 default cams. That gets rid of them. That means the attackers can't see you from the outside. But when you're pushing these sites, we're gonna get to Painting Gallery, but when you're pushing, and you're in those bronze, copper, silver lobbies, and they don't have full control of the maps like the Emerald, Plat, and Champ lobbies and Emerald lobbies do. Yeah, Emerald, Plat, Champ, and Diamond. The way you want to push this site is if you either get control of this area here by bringing a thermite for that breach. The way you want to do this is bringing thermite, Thatcher, to be able to get the wall, or like run impact EMPs if it's just banded it off and he's not bandit tricking. Of course, drone it out first to make sure he's not. But you can easily just bring Capitao and thermite, run impact EMPs, take care of the wall here. Boom. Then you have this problem right here. While you're doing that, your teammates should at least have 2 people clearing out this green hallway right here. This first floor mudroom. Because if I'm taking mudroom, and if I'm a defender, and I need to hold that section right here, if I need to hold this room, I'm going to do my best to hold green stairs the best I can. I'm going to kind of sit in the middle here, where where I can easily have like a deployable shield here maybe, and I'm watching the side of green stairs, and I'm watching back here, and I can just listen for barricades and stuff. Maybe I'm playing Thorn, maybe I'm playing Kapkan, who knows, one or the other. But as an attacker, you should try to clear out you should try to take green stairs and mudroom, take out musical hall, and have a whole control of this hallway, and full control of at least hunting hall. Have at least 3 of you taking this area. Because if you guys can get control of hunting hall, like the way I would bring it is run Capitao and thermite, they're outside. Run Aurora, run I'm thinking run Aurora, so Capitao, thermite, Aurora, Gridlock, and honestly, if you can, run either Hibana or somebody with hard breach charges. Because the way you want to hold this is if you can get control of this hallway to take administration, what you can then do is have Thermite, who's here. He's now watching. Him and Capitao are now pushing in. He can start planting in this corner here, while Capitao is watching above him. He doesn't have to worry about hunting hall because somebody already has control of it. He doesn't have to worry about this wall here if there's head holes because you guys probably had a Hibana open this wall up on the top here. And what all Capitao has to do is asphyxiating bolt right here, toss an asphyxiating bolt on the head holes, and then boom, and then toss a smoke grenade here and here. Gridlock, what she's doing is she is holding. As Gridlock, I would hold this area and place a thing of my things over here and my things over here. Have 2 sets of rows. Place them more towards the. 1, 2, and 3. Because as a defender, as Gridlock, if I can easily just go, as a defender, if I notice that all this is gridlocked off. Okay, see you, Sam. As a defender, if I see the spikes on the floor right here, but I notice they're not over there, I can easily start looking and picking off a gridlock that's probably sitting right along that corner there. So, but if you cover both spots, it forces me as a defender, if I don't have a impact nade, or even if like I don't have a silencer, I have to then make noise and shoot the floor. So that's what you should be doing as gridlock. On top of that, Rora should block off this door here, block this door. Like the way it should go is you have Hibana on main breach, Gridlock should peek this hallway and try to control Hunter, have Gridlock and Hibana taking up here, and then have Rora push through the window and just make sure this area is clear. Rora this entrance off. Then when they start planting, get the chance to crouch in here and roar it from there, or roar it from a hard reach charge or a Hibana. Because if you have the head holes to like roar that off, and then just to buy yourself some extra time, or just and then while that's all roar it off, and then you have those two spots. Another thing you can also do is, after everything's been cleared out, yeah, that's it. And then you just have your two extra auroras. There's nowhere really I would suggest putting it unless you want to put it right here for the attacker in case like you want to cover it up so that like, hey, we got like, so that you can feel a little more secure, so then Gridlock can feel a little more secure in this area. So if you guys die on green stairs, she knows where to watch and she feels protected over here. Or say she dies in Hunting Hall, you guys know that there's the alert there and she has to push through, and he has to push through here. Another thing is Gridlock, place your last one on the diffuser. Literally, that's it. So yeah, and then all you're doing is literally just holding diffuser, holding the plant on thermite, and boom. Now, of course, there's a bunch of extra steps. You have to clear out roamers on the first floor, of course, if there are any, droning things out, seeing what they have gadget-wise. It's all different. But yeah, that's how I would suggest taking admin if you want to push this site and take control of this room. Or if you don't even want to go for this wall, you don't have to. You can easily just say, like, screw the wall, but I don't think it's, and say, hey, instead of planting in this corner, let's take Hunting Hall, have a better grasp on green stairs, and you can instead put a thing on here, roar on there, so in case they try running around or whatever, place the roar right here on green, and place, another thing right here. Third roar right here, and now in a fourth, or actually no, don't put one right here. You want to at least have somebody being able to be watching green stairs, able to escape if they need to, and you can instead place in this corner. But make sure you have Aurora in that spot. There's like two different ways you can take it, of course. Of course, it's going to be harder if you're trying to take the smaller spot and like it's tighter fights. And like you don't know, and you have to make sure there's nobody holding head holes on here, because that's what people like to do. They like to hold head holes, and that's how they like to do it. And then for the second bomb site, I believe it's been a hot minute since I actually get to play on this map, so let me figure out EP. One second, I do apologize. Whatever. But yeah, then the other bomb site is right here in this room, where you have the CEO office. Now, if you take CEO office, you're going to have a bit more of a harder time just because you have to clear out this room here. You have to make sure you clear out meeting, clear out painting, and make sure somebody's watching your back for anybody doing a reading room library. I call it reading room. This is called library. It's basically the same thing because that's how a lot of these rooms get called, is reading room or library. Because if anybody's pushing the hunting hall, trophy room, however you want to call it, and like you don't have a way to, you have to worry about the stairwell, somebody pushing from there. But yeah, the best way to go about it is you take ceramic gallery, the painting gallery, whatever you want to call it. I call it painting, art gallery, whatever. You still have to make sure to clear out the meeting hall, and because they're probably going to have head holes somewhere around here with a reinforcement. They're going to be watching the window, they're going to be watching that doorway, and they're going to be watching these sides over here. You have to clear out this room and make sure you can defend your teammate who's planting. Now, on top of taking this area, you can ignore that side wall but you have to make sure to take orange stairs. Now, for those of my viewers who have watched me play Legion on orange stairs, mostly because I have sound cues, I kind of just get a general control of the area, and I can kind of just go, hey, look, Legion Mine here, Legion Mine on this corner, Legion Mine bottom of stairs, middle of stairs, and of course, like, there's times where I have to back out. But of course, I'm always in control of this area here, because if I know they're pushing painting room, I can start at least making moves where, like, oh, this door is still closed, but if I can just, like, you know, if this was shot, I can shoot a few holes in it with a suppressor, and I now can make an angle where I see through here, and that's how that goes. Or if I know that if I hear this wall getting breached, and someone calls it out, I know at least that I have a Legion Mine over here and over here. So yeah, if you're gonna take the CEO office, you have to get control of orange stairs up here. However you want to do that. Like, there's this window right here. The issue with this window though is as Legion, I have sat up there and taken shots. Yeah, I've gotten kills off it. Yeah, I've showed a bit more on it, but still, you have to basically make sure you get control of this whole hallway, and you have to take orange stairs however you plan to take it. Also, orange stairs cam, right there. You can literally stand at the bottom of orange, look up, and shoot it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I can literally stand at the bottom of orange and go, hey, buddy, camera, boom, gone. Of course, they'll hear that you shoot it, of course, but, like, they know you're going to try to take this spot. So, yeah, the way I would do this is having a Ying and a Aurora still taking this area here. I would then I assume this wall is reinforced, bring a thermite, like, have him, if it's not reinforced, it's not a super big deal, but, like, and then just run a Zofia, a Buck, or an Ash, and then on top of that, like, this is probably reinforced, but yeah, the way I would do this is, like, have a Hibana or Heartbreak. Like, here's what I would do. If this is not reinforced, I would still bring Zofia. Like, if this is reinforced, bring Thermite, Zofia, and have Rora actually take this way, because Rora then can cancel out this spot right here, and then have Rora merge over here to meet up with with Gridlock and Capitao, because we'll have Gridlock and Capitao take here, and have Capitao with the diffuser, by the way. And then what's gonna happen then is Gridlock is gonna switch with Rora. Rora is now gonna be pushing here. Gridlock is now meeting up with her squad right here. And then what Gridlock is gonna do, she's gonna, in case there's like head holes or it's vaultable, she's gonna place one of her things right here and try to launch another one over there. On top of that, Rora is going to be pushing with her team. Rora's going to do her best to get that door and this door. Of course, you should probably have Thermite. Yeah, and then, like, you guys then have head holes. You have control over here. And you guys can easily watch the doors, watch these spots right here. And, yeah. And then while all that's going down, Capitao is going to throw some asphyxiating bolts over here. Probably something on orange stairs just to make sure they don't push from behind. And that's when he starts to plant somewhere around there, and then there's the window right there to leave. And you guys now control the site. But these, like I said, this also is going down with, like, oh, you might get a kill here or there, kill out a roamer, make sure you, like, these are all pitch perfect scenarios. Sometimes it doesn't work. It happens. Players adapt. That's why that's why when people play the same bomb site, because they don't switch up your attack. Change how things work, because if you don't change, you do the same thing, they'll be prepared for it, or they won't be. It really depends on how things go. Now, moving on to statue gallery and the meeting room, like this painting gallery room and meeting. Now, when attacking this, the first thing you want to do is get rid of this wall. You want to open that wall up with a thermite if you somehow still have them. These are also the if, ands, or buts of if you still have these operators. The reason I'm never really saying Ace or anything like that is because Ace is almost always banned, and what if he isn't banned? Cool, nice, great. Personally, I think I prefer Hibana over Ace in my opinion, but that's just me. Anyways, if you're going to take painting gallery or ceramic gallery, we'll start with this push. You want to get this wall open with a thermite if you still have them. Next, you want to run a Gridlock still and Aurora. Because what Rory and Gridlock are going to do is they're going to take library. You're going to have them take the stairwell up, clear out this whole spot over here, drone it out. Like, at least drone it out, because if you don't need to push down here, you don't have to. But, like, drone it all out, make sure it's all good down below, and that's when you start, and then drone out these spots over here. Have one of them droning out this area, and if this area looks mostly clear, what you're going to do as Rora is literally break this window, or Gridlock, and then have Gridlock take library, or take the, over the doorway over here, and Rora, the immediately thing you're going to do is you're going to get access and hit this off with your first one. Now, there's that. Secondly is this. You're also going to want to, with Thermite, after Thermite's open this up, like, yeah, because if we have Thermite still, Thermite, Capitao, Rora, Gridlock, and Osa. I like Osa. I like having her as a nice little pick for, like, being able to push this spot right here. But what you have is literally Rora and Gridlock are going to push here. And they're going to put, Rora's going to cover this up, and then you're going to put and then Gridlock's then going to cover it up with spikes. Then we're going to have Thermite open this wall. After Thermite has opened this wall, yeah, because why I said Thermite, Gridlock, Zofia, Thermite, Gridlock, Osa, Capitao, Thermite, Gridlock, Osa, Capitao, Aurora. Yeah. And then what you have is then Thermite is then going to be, after Osa gets control in here, and she's set up, you're then going to have Thermite hopping around this side, open this wall. The reason you're opening that wall is just to be able to protect your teammate from this side. Because after you have Capitao, Capitao's just going to be pushing this room, and he's going to be holding angles. He's going to, like, you can try to shoot open the wall a bit here, like, if you're, have some angles. But, like, you're then going to have Rora, though. After she's done this, she's going to cross with Thermite, and Rora's going to then hit this door here, and hit this door over here, and she just has to get the angle for it. Because then after that, you guys then have covered this up. Osa's then gonna plant, like, behind, like, she's gonna plant your shield and plant behind here. As she's planting, you then have Capitao toss the asphyxiating bolt in somewhere in this corner over here, and somewhere on the door frame over there in case they try pushing. On top of that, Gridlock is then gonna toss her spikes down in front. And just, it's all about just area coverage at that point and just holding the spots. And just getting it all down. Like I said, pitch perfect scenario, assuming you still have Thermite. I assume they would ban Thermite depending on how you push the last site and if you won. Or if they might just ban Rora or Capitao. Who knows? And the reason you run Osa is so that you can plant right here in the middle. And boom, you're planting. Diffuser's down. You then can back up. Like, you want to hammer this shield right here and place your next shield down here. The reason you hammer it is because on top of that, all you have to do is literally listen to sound cues, and you still have your team sitting right here. And people still watching the back of the here and all that. There's still a bunch of angles. I think also one last thing Gridlock should do, tossing somewhere in the middle of the spikes here, of the stairwell. Because if somebody comes up, you should be listening for it anyways. So yeah, that's just attacking those two sites, that site. Now we're going on to this site here for our fourth site upstairs. Meeting Hall. Meeting Hall, honestly, if you can pull this off, I give props to you. I actively avoid this site. I do not care for this site. I personally avoid it. Because the issue with Meeting Hall is, not only, also, when you're pushing this art room here, you can usually ignore orange stairs. I would ignore orange stairs and just have someone making an angle. Like, clear it out first, like, drone it out, see if somebody's holding it, because if somebody's holding it while you're getting that wall open and this door isn't blocked off, because it shouldn't be if they're holding orange, make sure you're just being watchful, have someone call it out, so that if somebody knows, hey, we got a dude on orange, Capitao can at least go, okay, cool, make a little head hole here, or Thermite should with his shotgun, and then have Capitao literally just watch it. Because if he's watching the angle and waiting for this dude on orange stairs to then go, oh, wait, hey, wait, they're pushing? Oh, look, and then he doesn't know about the hole right away, and he peeks and gets shot immediately. It just adds extra chaos and confusion. Anyways, pushing Meeting Hall, of course, is harder than it looks. Because you have to clear out CEO office, you have to clear out administration, you have to clear out this green hallway if someone's holding it, and you have to clear out Hunter hallway. because the way you want it, like the way you attack this is literally by getting access to this room here, by getting access to administration. And typically, there's some form of headphones here with a reinforcement. There's some form of like extra trap op or something that's gonna make it harder for you to push. Typically, these walls are gonna be reinforced, and typically the walls right here are gonna be like reinforced with a head hole, so they can watch the doorway and watch over here and just have some general angles and stuff. And that's probably gonna be barricaded and reinforced. So when you're taking this site, it is a gunfight through and through. You are going to constantly have to fight through 3 separate rooms, clear it all out, and my best suggestion is, in all honesty, in all honesty, if you pull this off, props to you. I tip my hat to you because I love seeing it when people prove me wrong. But if you're gonna try to take this site, you have to then you would probably not want to. You probably want to bring a thermite though, because they're probably gonna have this reinforced. Then you still have access to here in the head holes, and this door is what you got to worry about. On top of that, I would bring a Hibana to be able to make head holes to fight their head holes. And then also have a Rora to be able to roar off this doorway here and roar off the doorway all the way at the end there. Because if that's roared off, this is roared off. They're now having defenders also not have to wait 6 seconds. Just so you guys know, they are buffing Rora for the mid-season patch. From what I heard from Rolo, if you guys follow her on TikTok, Twitch, and all that. Anyways, so yeah, at least then also you can still fight the head holes, and like you can look into administration office if they have any. And on top of that, you also have to make sure you actively clear orange stairs. And this room is crucial because if you clear orange stairs, you then all you have to do is just pincer who's ever holding administration. There might be a vaulting, rotate, crouching, who knows. But this is just a harder site to fight, in my personal opinion. And you just literally would get, if you have Hibana and they have part of this reinforced right here, and then this isn't, you literally just have freaking, or if you have an Ashe or a Zofia, like just shoot out the bottom, push in, plant somewhere back here, like have Osa, like what I would bring is Thermite, Capitao, Osa, Zofia, because I just prefer her over Ashe. I'm always going to say I prefer her over Ashe. And yeah, you can easily open this all up so that like now the defender, if they're holding this open area, like say you make head holes with Hibana on that wall, you now, like I say, yeah, no, you don't even need Thermite. Literally, yeah, Thermite for over there if you really need to, but you could avoid that wall and literally just go Capitao, Zofia, Rora, Gridlock, Hibana. And then you run Impact EMP if you need it. You have Hibana for this wall here. You have Zofia who then has head holes. With Rora also having head holes on, Rora can literally hit this here and hit the other spots I said. But Hibana has head holes. Say this wall's reinforced and I'm trying to fight you guys now. I'm fighting the stair. Like say I have it like the reinforcements here, head holes are on the side. I can now still fight you while still being protected and then watching the head holes as I peek. If there's a Zofia and she shoots this open right here, I now have to basically play the game of, do I let my whole body peek? Do I play the crouch game? Because if I crouch, like, just to show you, if I'm crouching, I have to literally, that can't be broken. Like, I am basically screwed. I have to then poke my whole body out if I'm choosing to fight you guys on the doorway there or on the stuff right here. I am basically forced to kind of sit back, do my best to hold you off the best I can. And it just gives an opening, helps you throw grenades and stuff. And then after that, you can also do with Hibana, if this wall is electrified from a bandit or muted, you can literally force the defender to back out and play back, because once that spot's open, he's screwed. His whole torso bottom half is exposed. He has to back up. So instead of going for head holes on that with your third hit, force his torso to be exposed. So then he's forced to back up. And then eventually, like, you'll have, if you can get, you'll have Osa push up. She'll be planted here. Take her other shield, plant right here. Break it. Or plant, have a Zofia watching this. Rora's then going to switch over here. Block this door off. Block this door off. And there's probably going to be head holes right here or a rotate. You just have Capitao asphyxiating bolt it, and then throw another asphyxiating bolt somewhere in the back. Gridlock's throwing her traps down, while Osa is literally planting and Zofia is watching her back. That is all this is. And also, yeah, Aurora, I believe I pinged right there. So yeah, that's the upstairs. Like I said, this is a lot more complicated of a push because of how much you actually have to do. Now, if you're playing painting room, there's a lot less you have to get. It's a lot easier of push. It's less stress. But the big issue is this right here. Make sure you at least have a claymore sitting on the side here so that like they'll still have to shoot it and you still hear the noise. And because if I'm because like here's the thing. As a defender, if I'm pushing painting and I see like, oh, we're holding all this over here and nobody's watching this back right here, maybe instead of gridlock run nomad, just like when you're pushing painting, because you can at least like, because if a defender is pushing this, by the time they're right here and there's an air jab at the top of the stairs or at this corner here, they'll get blasted back on the stairwell. And what ends up happening is, oh, I get thrown back. Oh no. Let's just say, hey, Nomad calls it out. Hey, stairwell and library, somebody check it out. Make sure we're being safe. They'll at least have an angle. So then if that defender pushes up, or say like I can then rotate here without running, I can then watch the top here in case I'm more farther back. Because if you have a dude sitting right here, what he can do then is literally go around and then slow walk, and boom, he's now watching the stairwell. So yeah. Like, don't run, of course, because you make more noise like that and they'll know you're there. So yeah, that's reading, that's painting. Time to go for the kitchen site. Let me kill myself, actually, because of the kitchen site. Let's see, will this grenade kill me off rip? I don't know. Wow, it got me down to 60, okay. That'll kill me. Now attacking the 2 first floor sites. Now, when attacking the first floor sites, it's a little easier said than done as well. Just because of how, both of them should be attacked. Also, I do apologize, I do have to use the bathroom. Again, these are streams, so yeah. I'll be right back, I do apologize. Okay, I am back, guys. Now, going over the EP attack, we're going to go over the bar room push. Now, here, this is where you're going to want a Thermite and Thatcher, because with Thermite and Thatcher, if you have Bandcade, cool, nice, now you just have to deal with a Bandit Trigger. And when you do this, this wall is something that you want to open up. Just, you want to be careful of the rotate that usually goes right here. There's typically somebody holding an angle or whatever so that they can kind of watch you guys. Maybe there's head over. But this is for if you're doing a push into the lounge. Literally, I mean, this is just a general push for both sides because either way, you have to get control bar or you have to get control lounge to plant. This is not a planting spot. This does not get you anything but access and space. But when you're pushing lounge, in all honesty, I might just say fuck this wall. You might not even need to run Thermite and Thatcher on that wall because, like, everybody goes for it, but, like, it doesn't really, like, now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't gain you enough space to, like, because you're still outside, you still have to fight the people holding crouch spaces and popping up on bar while you're fully exposed, because, like, if I were to open this wall, like, if I was Thermite and I placed it in the dead middle, like, this is what it would look like. To an extent, but like either way, like this wall's mostly open. Like, I still have to deal with the people sitting on here with head holes that have basically one ways over here. And I still have to take care of lounge. Over here. So instead, what you want to do is avoid that wall. You want to bring if you somehow still have access to thermite, mind you, if this is the third round and they have decided to switch over here and then you still have access to thermite, bring thermite, Capitao, Hibana, Gridlock, and Aurora. If you don't have access to Aurora or Gridlock, bring Nomad and bring, what is it? Frickin' Osa. Yeah. I don't know. I like Osa. Okay, we are meeting at 6. Thank God. I'm like, oh God, do I only have till 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock now? But either way, anyways. As Thermite and Thatcher, you two are going to take this spot here, while Aurora is typically going to be holding here, and what Aurora's going to do is to make sure they don't rotate around. After you guys have control of this, Aurora's going to place a thing there, and a thing here. You two now have control of this site, this area. Thermite and Thatcher have now opened this wall. What's then going to happen is Gridlock is then going to block this door off. Now this is of course working everything as if it's going to be perfect. Oh, sorry. Roar this off for the third one. Roar that off for the fourth one. Capitao is going to be over here. He doesn't have the diffuser. Thermite's actually got the diffuser. Capitao and Hibana. Yeah, let's see. Hibana, Thermite, Thatcher, Capitao, Rora. If not Rora, Nomad. Screw the Osa. Hibana is going to make head holes here. Capitao is going to hold here. Put asphyxiating bolts somewhere over there. And somewhere on this door frame. Just to make sure, like right before Rora places her thing, Capitao's going to do that. And then boom. And then he's going to smoke out the, what is it? This corner here and this corner here. And Thermite is literally going to get to plant somewhere on, like, the freaking... Can I not get on this couch? I thought you could get on the couch. I swear you used to be able to get on this couch here. What if I, like, freaking... I swear there was a way to get onto this couch. Was this not... Is this not elevating me? Now it is. Okay, I guess you can't get on the couch. I thought you could have. Anyways, either way, all you're doing is Thermite is literally planting in the most secure spot you can, which is basically going to be right here, while Thatcher is basically watching out for C4s or anything like that, anything that goes wrong, while the other three is Hibana sitting here, Capitao sitting here, and Nomad or Aurora is going to be... If you don't have Aurora, Nomad is literally going to be hitting this spot here, and watching the backside here, and, what is it? And then nomading somewhere, like, on the, like, side over here. And then Hibana is just gonna watch, or have Nomad literally just go, cool, I'm gonna do this. Hibana, you got that. You have to watch your head holes. Just make sure when you're pushing this, you at least clear out most of this second floor over here. Like, clear it out. Make sure there's no roamers. And force them all back into sight. Because if they're back into sight, there's nothing they can do. They are just fucked. So yeah. And you basically get control of the site. You get to have the free plant, everything else. Now, if you're going to take the other side, if you're going to take bar, it's a completely different push. But yeah, that's pushing lounge, planting and lounge. If you're going to place plant and bar, what you want to do is have a Thermite Thatcher take this wall here. You're then going to have Nomad Aurora. Nomad and Aurora, I would suggest. Because what Aurora's going to do is literally take this spot, turn it off. Get this spot roared off right here if she can. And literally Nomad. And then she's also going to get this spot here. You're going to get those three spots. Nomad is going to place one of her air jabs literally right here. Because as a defender, if I'm literally being told, hey, rotate, 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 and like, if I don't see, and like, the air jab is literally going to be embedded into the stairwell here. And if I don't hear it and I go boom blasting, at least as Nomad, I can call it out and go, hey, look, hey, top of stairs, Roar, watch out. You two can adjust and literally go, cool, all right. Actually, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, make the fourth one also right here. Just so in case they try rotating the kitchen, you can still watch everything. And then on top of that, open up this wall. Just have it open. And then have one of the Nomad, one of the air jabs, literally placed somewhere in the center here, or somewhere like beforehand. So like if you guys like have it in the kitchen, like right against one of these kitchen spots, so that like if they try pushing, they'll get hit with an air jab. Like have it like somewhere hidden, where like right here, where if they even push either direction, they're still fucked up. So yeah. Anyways, while you two are doing that, while we're in Nomad or just Nomad Gridlock, anything like that, have control of this whole area right here. Thermite and Thatcher getting the wall. Have a Capitao as well pushing with them. Capitao is going to asphyxiating bolt this spot. He's going to hold on to the next and then put an asphyxiating bolt somewhere like into the head hole so that it forces them not being able to peek. And Thermite is literally going to be planting back here while Thatcher, and then like smokes are going to go out over in this corner and this corner. And Thermite's going to plant right here. While Thatcher's watching for C4s, Capitao's watching his back, and then that's when you guys back out of here, and boom. You guys have bar, you guys planted, you guys did it. Make sure you're roam clearing, make sure you're droning, that's basic stuff. But this is just an idea of a successful push in this site. Now, of course, these are the if, ands, or buts. You don't know if any of you guys got spawn peek killed. You don't know if you lose one of your core pieces, because as you lose a core piece, you have to adjust. Now, say you do lose a Thermite, and you have at least hard reach charges on Capitao, you can easily use, that's when you make the switch up and start doing a lounge push. But like I said, adjust where you need to, take what you need to, figure it out. You guys are players, you have to adapt to situations. These are perfect scenarios, assuming everybody's still alive, you guys are all doing your part, etc, etc. Anything can happen, you just got to kind of figure it out as you go. Now, moving forward, we're doing the kitchen, we are now going over kitchen. Now, pushing kitchen and pushing dining, there's two totally different things there's a few different things you can do. So now if you're pushing kitchen, one thing you can easily do here is open this wall up with a Thermite. Like, you don't even need to run a Thatcher. You can easily just like have somebody get this window open, throw a grenade back here, like if I'm playing this, like, you throw a grenade into this corner, like, you bounce it off. Like, if I were to throw a drone... Oh, yeah, 1 second. Let me... Like, if I were to throw a drone back here real quick, assuming this is reinforced... let's just say, like, I threw a drone. Well, that's just so you guys can kind of see, I just have a drone right here. And it's electrified or whatever, and it's banded. If I throw a grenade, it bounces off. It will blow up both those bandit charges, and while I throw that bandit charge, while that grenades, and if bandit is trying to leave, I can at least watch this midsection and catch him off guard and kill him if he's trying to bandit trick. Now, of course, he shouldn't be. But, you know, some people I'm stupid and I've been caught doing that. I should stop doing that on this wall just because there is so much risk being caught in here, being stuck in here. Because if I don't have a way out, and this is my only way out is right here, I'm basically screwed and I am dead in this spot. I need to stop doing this myself. So, yeah. On top of that, once you take this wall here, you then also just got to worry about the people building, like, there will probably be a vaulting rotate up here, and, like, they'll have, like, head holes or whatever, and now they have a reinforcement head holes, and they're watching this spot. That's what you got to worry about next. So, while that's going down, like, this is also to get into kitchen, by the way, so that's how that happens. For the other side, what you're going to do is you're going to have a Nomad... Capitao, if you somehow still have them, if you have any of these, like Rora if you can. If you can't have Rora, get Osa. We know what it's gonna do. Ooh. What you want here is you want Capitao with hard breach charges. Nomad is going to hit this spot right here. Not just there, but hit in the hallway. Hit it like somewhere in like the hallway here, so that as a defender, I don't go rotating around and I still get blasted, so that Nomad can go, hey, defender in outside fireplace hall. Alright, cool. That means Capitao is still going to be looking this way, while then Nomad has to adjust from the doorway here onto the little hard reach charge so that she can still watch Capitao's back. Thermite and Thatcher got the wall open. Cool. Great. That's awesome. They're now distracting these guys here. Then what's going to happen is Osa's going to plant back here. Nomad's going to put an air jab over here, put an air jab over here, and that's when you just like, then Captain's going to toss asphyxiating bolt. Osa's going to set up her shield here, set up another shield somewhere probably over here, and that's when she just starts to begin the plant. Of course, you have to deal with this wall here because typically it's reinforced with head holes. So like, and there's probably a rotate between where they can watch stuff. You know what? Screw this stupid wall. Screw that wall. You don't need to do that. Instead of bringing Thermite and Thatcher, just bring freaking Capitao with Impact EMPs. Because if Bandit's not bandit tricking this spot right here, and it's typically a Cade, all you gotta do is look for the Cade Claw, and like, oh, it's up high, cool, I'll throw my thing through there. And literally all you do is have Rora instead of Thermite and Thatcher run Rora, Nomad, Capitao, Gridlock, and Osa. And what you're literally doing is, on top of that, is Rora's going to hit this spot here, Nomad and Gridlock are going to cover this spot here, and then with the other Rora, all you're doing is, for your team, is literally hitting this spot right here. And for the fourth one, honestly, I would probably hit, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Nomad, what you're going to do is, on top, after you place one there, you're going to place one in the hallway, like I said, for your second one over there, so you know if they're pushing him. For your third one, put one somewhere, like, right here. Just because, like, you don't know how they're going to push. And if they get blasted all the way back, and you have, like, let's just say Osa's holding the spot here, and she's planting, and she's doing all that. You have Rora, Nomad, Capitao doing all this, and then Gridlock. Gridlock can at least be watching your guys' back, placing the stuff back here, and watching the back, watching the stairwell, and just making sure nobody rotates on you guys and stops you guys from planting in the back right here. And yeah, that's kind of just doing a basic push for kitchen. Of course, clear out spaces, drone, as I'm always going to say. Now, pushing dining. But yeah, no, you know what? Screw this wall. This wall is stupid. It's just going to be more problematic, harder to get. Because even if you get into this room, you still have to deal with anybody with head holes, anybody roaming on this spot. Like, you still have to clear out. Because someone's like, you still have to deal with that crap. Someone said just roar it off. And say, screw the wall. Force them to have to play tighter. Force them to have to use their rotates right here and head holes and stuff. Now, if you're taking Dining Hall, that's completely different. Dining Hall, you want to get control of Memorial. And then on top of that, you want to make sure you have people watching the backside right here, this hallway. Like, you want to bring Aurora still. Have Aurora right here. Put an air jab right here to run Nomad. Aurora this second spot right here. Just completely deny spots. And then another air jab for Nomad is to put it at the top of Orange. Literally have like a second, like put your second Aurora, your Nomad here, and your third air jab right up there. Or what you do is you have someone with you have the Capitao with heartbeat charges, and then have Aurora get control of the top area here, like Aurora the spots off, and have Nomad do the air jabs where I said put the Auroras at. And basically have Aurora up here playing above. And then have like another air jab. Just like it's all just like how you guys take the area, how you guys take care of things. My suggestion would be probably to take control of the top floor, get the hatch open so you guys have sight lines from above. But it's also risky because you don't know how much you're dealing with above you. But if you just want to do the basic first floor push, you can get this wall open with Thermite and Thatcher. Actually, no. You want to get this wall open because it still gives you sightlines into here. Like, what you're going to do is literally run Thermite, run Thatcher. If there's no hardball denial, you don't run Thatcher, run somebody else. You could run Ram to be able to take control of the upstairs spots and stuff like that. But yeah, and then with Capitao above, after opening the hatch, Capitao can easily smoke out the spots for Thermite from above, have Aurora watching his back upstairs. Or if it's Ram and Capitao, one of the two. Say if there's no Thatcher, run a Ram and just clear out this top spot. And literally just open that up with a hard breach charge if it's not cated, and then literally have Thermite run into this corner, asphyxiating bolt, and then have him plant in this corner. Because you can plant in this corner here. Because it's going to be a lot more dangerous to do it from here than to do it from back here. And while you guys have control of those stairs, you guys have control of the hallway, all they have, and then you're able to watch from the rotate side, because I believe if I open this hatch, I have a bunch of sight lines. Let me check here. Now, I know I'm talking a lot of this out of my ass, But that's all Siege is. It's just strategizing with your team, figuring how things go. Yeah, like I'm up here as Captel, I can start. Like, I can easily just go asphyxiating bolt here, asphyxiating bolt here, and then just smoke out right here, smoke out right here, and then that's all you have to do. Ram, on the other hand, is easily able to go, hey, let me open this up on top here as Ram, and now I can, or send your, like, the way I would do it is send your robot this way here first, clear out space. You know what? Screw Ram, bring Sledge. Sledge is literally going to be 10 times better. Yes, sure, there's noise, but Ram just is, Sledge, like, literally I can easily go as Sledge and just start, like, oh, going cool, I'll watch the top here, and I can just go, oh, look, I'll toss a grenade. Like, say there's, like, a decent opening for, like, where the, rotate is. You can toss a grenade in that little hole, and boom, blow it up. Oh, if you think there's somebody on the right side, like if I'm on this side, oh, they're trying to push that right side, I can toss a grenade into that little hole right there, back up, watch it for a second, and then they're going to get blown up by the grenade if they try to peek me. And then literally just, like, have, and then boom, you just watch these spaces. But, like, look at that. I get so, like, in all honesty, I think this is just more efficient than trying to do RAM. Because, boom, I do 1, 2, and 3, waste 3 robots on all that. Instead of just having hammers on, like, literally doing this, and this. Yeah, sure, the RAM is faster. And, like, yes, I can open this up here with RAM a lot better. But it's just, like, in all honesty, I still prefer Sledge. Because I can still do this Sledge as well, where I can back up and hold it and stuff. And I have a better hole. It's just, you got to make sure you're watching your areas, in all honesty. I think Sledge is just 10 times better, because he's got grenades. Both of his guns are great. The L8 is always a great gun to have. So yeah, screw Ram, run Sledge, run Captel up here, and then have Nomad, Thermite, and Gridlock downstairs. Boom, call it a day. Also, you don't even need Thatcher. You just go, oh hey, look at that. There's the Cade Claw, the Bandit Charge. Hey, there's the Cade Claw sitting above up here. Gone. Boom. All right. And then you guys just do your thing. Plant. Call it a day. You don't need to do all the extra stuff I was saying. But yeah. And then you're watching the top here. And then what you can also do with Sledge is, if you don't want to have Captel watching the hatch anymore, because he doesn't need to, because you don't need Captel watching the hatch, you can easily have Captel. Like, you just tell him, hey, look at this over here. I made a bunch of openings. Then a Sledge, you open up this top spot. And you can literally watch up here. Watch those top corners. Because sure is RAM. Because it's RAM using, you only get what? 3 bots? Yeah, you get 3 robots. You clear out 3 spots. Me as Sledge, I'm able to keep going until my hammer goes out. I'm not constricted to all this space. Like, and even then, if I give up all this space right here as RAM, and I'm trying to, like, hold farther in, like, somebody could probably get a masked angle on me. Either way, it's the if, ands, or buts of Siege, of course. It depends on preference, all like that. But I think people really need to start looking at the Pathfinder ops and going, man, some of these operators are still really good. But yeah, that's your kitchen push. That's your dining push, because if you're going to get there, you plant right back here and, like, have people making sure they're watching Thermite's back. Make sure we're watchful of this. Have your other hard breach charge also on this wall here, just so that you guys have more sight lines on this if you don't have this open yet. Just so you can still watch anybody trying to push off the bomb chassis, push off that rotate, and all that. Anyways, that's attacking Emerald Plains. You guys have a good night, and I will get into the defensive side.